This is me doing a short video about my own practice with the Shem Angels. Books containing the true seals that are cheaper than this one. Here we have these seals that are old and that is used by Golden Dawn and appear in the old books. And this is a cheap book. And here is the more the best book of the cheap ones. I don't know how much to show since it's copyright, but it contains what you need to know to work with the 72 angels. And I love the artwork of these sigils, so I use these for myself. I always used these sigils before, but I'm not a good drawer, so they don't look as pretty. And then I wanted to show this list. I've written down Bless the Visioneer. He is the one doing the sigils that I use personally, and Agrippa's 3 books of occult philosophy, Liber Juratus, this Oedipus Egyptiacus, and these are free on internet. That is free on internet. These are all free, but I can't do it. My computer is broken, so I only have this cell phone, so I can't check out the addresses. But type esoterical books old and you will come to the old. Even if it's in Old English or Latin or something, you see the seals and you can draw them yourself. And I have a lot of good coming in with the Shem Angels myself. But what I remember from my beginning as I started out, that I had a terrible time when they didn't answer. I started calling on them, and then I had this feeling of, am I totally unworthy since they didn't answer or respond in any way? And then the old Orthodox priest told me these tips, that go and do something with the angels instead of thinking of that what I would like to have help with, like protection of the horses or something like that. That I work with everything that is around and ask them to help with that. And in that way it got the soft energy of knowing and like the feeling of working together, even if they do the work. So, since they have many obscure powers in politics and such things, and metal work, so that I don't really relate to, and I do all the 72 each year. I read a local paper and see if there is something political in the area, or if somebody writes something, and then I might just send a note that I like your political on this some small topic, and or if it's a local politician, I can just shake their hand and say, I like that idea you have, but even if I hate all the others, and then I ask the angel to work with that. It can be to redo a playground for the children or something even so small. And when I do it that way, it feels like I'm constantly in connection without all the big rituals. It feels more like I really connect with them since they work that way, and I just follow along a bit. So when I really need them, that's when I feel that I can truly call out to them, since I have a personal relationship with each and one of them, and there is no expensive offerings or And that thing that everybody seems to do, that I call 72 angels each time I do a ritual to feel the power. Well, you feel power. And if you truly connect to them, then you will feel a little bit confused. Since each time I work with those angels, I work with them in the old text they are 5 grades, and grades are days. So I work with each angel 5 days on the time of the year. And that they rule, and sometimes you get like an info load in my head, or I get a feeling, or I'm not visual, I don't get images so easily, but I get thoughts, feelings, and I start acting a different way, and they can give quite harsh in a way, so that I start to learn things, and I need the time to understand what the meaning was, so that I can move on to the next angel. Otherwise it gets a bit confusing. And in my case, they sometimes stopped me from going forward, just that I didn't listen. And they are angels, they are good, but they can stop you. Hey, you didn't listen, learn this. And then I got the feeling, and I try to connect to another, or reach out, one that I usually call to quite often, and it was a no. They didn't let me in, so I had to think what I had done, and then change my own self and view, and realize that it was me who haven't forgiven. I thought that I had forgiven the person, and then there was that resentment within me, and there was this anger, and I got a bit told off there, but working this way in a more simple, easy, practical, everyday way, I really feel that I long for them. Sometimes I look in the calendar. I always plan it for the days when they rule, but sometimes I call to them. Despite when needs comes, I call to the one that has a duty. So I miss them. So it's like missing a true great friend that you admire. And sometimes I have a dream, and then I just make a one-day call or something and ask if there was a message. And sometimes they have responded. No ritual, nothing like that. It's just been boom. Not often, but it happens, and that's why I think that doing it your own way, creating a personal relationship. And I know one thing, if I'm ever in dire straits and need all the 72 angels, I can call on them, since they are loyal, true, trustworthy friends, and they know that even if I fail miserably often in my life, but they know that I'm loyal, I'm dedicated, and I fall and I brush off the dirt, and then I try again and try to do it better. And the angels, well, they've been in my life for over 45 years, so they know that each day, even when I'm sad, I'm crying, I still do a short little 5-minute ritual just to say hi. And then I say, I can't really connect today, and I can't work, but I say that, okay, I'm a mess today, but I just let them know that I'm still doing the things that I promised, that is 5 days each year at least. So, and I stood there once saying, I'm so angry today, I want to cuss and swear. And then I felt, okay, and the anger just left. So it was just like, you were honest. I help you with that anger bit, and they removed the anger in a quick way. So it's a tale of love, my work with the Shem Angels. And there is the Gnostic Apostolic Johannite Church on YouTube. They have priests and the Gnostic Wisdom network where they talk about the Shem Angels, since all the priests in the Gnostic seems to work with them, and they all written Kindle versions of books. I can't read Kindle with this phone at least, and I don't have the money to buy a new computer. So I haven't read them, but Gnostic Apostolic Johannite Church and Johann Wolf, type Johann Wolf, he's written a book, The Illuminated Circle or something. I haven't read it, but he seems a little bit wild in his descriptions of the Shem Angels. But when you find the channels where you find them, Gnostic Wisdom Network and the Johannite Apostolical Gnostic Church or something like that on YouTube, then you are there. And they make me to see into my dark side and work on them. And sometimes they brought back bad memories from my childhood and the abuse. But they only do it to heal. They are not like demons that they are tormenting you with those things. But when they give you this bad, so that I realize that if I should have done something differently, it would have turned out differently. But it's a hard process to admit that I was wrong and I was wronged. I was a victim, but yet I wasn't. So it's been a lot of learning. But it is, I'm dedicated and loyal, and I couldn't think of living my life without them, or the angels. So that was all from me, the simple country girl from Finland. I'm not a girl anymore, but anyhow. Have a magical day, and I wish you all the best. And if there is anything, I don't know if you can write to me on email if you have questions and don't want to put them on internet. Go to the Connect Us business thing or something on the YouTube. So I receive an email, because my man can print it out in the library or at his work. So then I can read it in a bigger way, so it's easier for me to read if you want to ask. That's all for now, and have a magical, magical day. Bye for now.